Okay everyone, we'll be learning the syntax of the HTML today by first learning what HTML elements are. It is important to know that the HTML element is defined by a start tag, some content, and then an end tag. So this is the basic syntax of the HTML. So basically you have a tag name, the content can be any text you want to scribble in there, and the closing tag. Okay, I have my CodePen.io account open already. I want to start teaching you how to use the CodePen so that you get your hands dirty. So the first thing I want you to do is type in the following code. Then we put in the closing tag. Always remember to put in the closing tag. It is very important. So we have the head1 tag here. Show you another, the h2 tag. This is a header 2 tag. H3 tag. There's also H4. I want to show you paragraph tags. This is P. The paragraph tag starts with a P. I'll introduce to you the break line tag, BR. What this does is it introduces a carriage return to the document, so that when you're typing in a particular line, instead of HTML rendering it on the same line, it creates a break, a space. So this is a break element. One thing you need to note is that HTML is not case sensitive. So here we go. You notice what happened with the break tag. Now the break tag does not need a closing tag. I did this so that you can understand the difference between tags that need a closing and an opening tag, but the break tag needs only an opening tag. So you can see from the header 1 tag, header 2 tag, header 3 and 4, the size continues to drop, and we have the paragraph tag here separated by a break. So this space here indicates that there is a break tag here. So I've opened up my Visual Studio Code, and I'm going to be replicating the same thing I did on CodePen here on my Visual Studio Code. But first, let me start from the beginning. Let me clear the entire document. So remember what I said, the first thing you need to do is you can open a new file here. When you open a new file, you give it a name and make sure you add the file extension .html, and then you are good to go. Here we have, remember I told you, I said we should type DOC. You see the MS abbreviation for doc. Hit enter. So it automatically sets everything you want here. So the default content size should be set to the device width, so that the size of the content automatically adjusts to the viewport that you have here, the size of your screen. The next thing you need to set is your document name. So let's call this HTML elements. So the first tag I'll be showing you is the H1 tag. Just type H1 to the element application, click enter. Header 1. Second is header 2. have header 3, I have header 4, five, done 5. I think the last should be 6. Okay, so I want to teach you how to create comments in HTML. To create a comment, you simply type the following. So you notice what happened here. This is how you create comments in HTML. A comment is like a description written in a particular code file. It is not executed by the compiler, by the browser. So anytime you create comments in a file, it aids people who would want to work on the project in the future to have an understanding of what you are doing. So even for you, if you come back to the code, it makes it easier for you to be able to understand what is happening at different sections of the code. So I can come here and say these are my header elements. To introduce paragraph elements. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my spelling this morning. So for the paragraph element, we just have one. Type P, enter, we have, this is a new paragraph. Now, for those who are using Visual Studio Code, you can type in a very long number of text characters automatically by typing LOREM. When you see the MS abbreviation for lorem. Lorem ipsum is more like a sample text that is used most of the time to create sample paragraphs and text. It doesn't mean anything, but it's a standard in web development. So press enter. Sorry, what happened is when I click that, the lorem ipsum text is very long and it extends to the end of the page. So what we can do is we can simply right click, format document, then we'll have our document in good shape. I want to show you an anchor tag. Just press A. But first let me comment. I have my comment here, sorry. What are anchor tags? Anchor tags are tags that are links to something. It would link you to an object on the page or to an external website. I'll be describing this shortly, but let's type in the following code into our code editor. So the basic syntax for the anchor tag is we have the opening tag A and we'll have the closing tag with a / and A. One good thing about Visual Studio Code is whenever you hover your mouse on a tag, it describes the tag to you. Say if the A element has a href attribute, then it represents a hyperlink, a hypertext anchor. Now a hyperlink is a link to some resource somewhere. So what you can put here can be http www.google.com. Now after this, you come here, inside of the tag you have to define a text, visit Google. So when we render this page, you see how it works properly. The next tag that I will be discussing is the break tag. So what this simply does is it creates a space between two blocks of text. So I can just simply copy this and put it after this, and that should be all. So once you're done with this, you simply press save. In order to view this, I'm going to be opening this in my browser. Go to the place where you save this file and open it with your browser. I'll be doing that with my so here we'll have, sorry, I opened it twice. Here we'll have all the tags here. H1 tag, header 2 element, header 3 element, header 4, header 5, and header 6. So you can see that the size of the header tags are reducing every line. And this is the paragraph text that we created. This is a new paragraph. And then this is the hypertext link, the anchor tag that we did. So if you click on this, notice that when the mouse hovers over the hypertext link, it changes into the finger sign. So you can click on this, and what happens is, sorry, we didn't define the Google link properly. But then when you click this, it opens a new page. Sorry, the reason this page did not open is because we didn't define the anchor tag properly. So if you look here, we have in the href, we have HTTP. This is not how to do it. You have to put the 2 forward slashes like this. And so before we can view it, press S. Then we go back to our browser and refresh. So now it's refreshed, we can click on this and it should lead us to google.com. So this is where we'll be stopping for this lecture. See you in the next lecture.